is one of very few countries in the world that decided to let go of their army. No military. You think this country must be unsafe because of that, but it's not.
Have you ever wondered how a country could exist, even thrive, without a military? In a world where nations spend nearly $2 trillion on defense each year, Costa Rica stands as a profound exception. With no army, no arsenal of weapons, and virtually no defense budget, this small Central American country has not only survived, but flourished. Join us as we answer the question, how does Costa Rica manage to stay secure, stable, and prosperous? And what sacrifices or secrets lie behind this bold choice for peace? One, the bold decision. Abolishing the army in 1948. Our story begins in 1948, a year that changed Costa Rica's fate forever. After a 44-day civil war that left over 2,000 people dead, Costa Rica faced a turning point. Instead of fortifying its defenses, then President José Figueres Ferrer made an unprecedented decision: abolish the military altogether. On December 1st, 1948, Figueres symbolically dismantled the nation's military headquarters, declaring that Costa Rica would replace its army with an army of teachers. The following year, this commitment was written into Costa Rica's constitution, marking the country as one of only a few in the world without an armed force. But this decision wasn't without risk. Costa Rica is flanked by countries that have struggled with coups and conflicts. At the time, Costa Rica's choice was nothing short of revolutionary, a stand against violence and a gamble on peace. Today, more than 70 years later, this choice has become part of Costa Rica's identity, proving that resilience doesn't always wear a uniform. 2, investing in peace, education, and healthcare over defense. Imagine a nation that spends its resources not on tanks and soldiers, but on schools and hospitals. In Costa Rica, roughly 7.3% of GDP is spent on education, nearly double the global average. The results are extraordinary. Costa Rica enjoys a 97.9% literacy rate, one of the highest in Latin America. Children in rural and urban areas alike have access to quality education, giving future generations the tools to build a peaceful society. But it doesn't stop there. Costa Rica's healthcare system is equally remarkable, consuming around 9% of GDP. Known as Caja Costarricense de Seguro Social, CCSS, Costa Rica's public healthcare system has contributed to an average life expectancy of 80 years, nearly on par with the United States and well above the regional average. Instead of a military budget, Costa Rica invests in the health and well-being of its citizens, showing the world that a country can be secure through stability and welfare rather than force. 3. Environmental protection, the new battlefield. What Costa Rica lacks in military might, it makes up for in environmental stewardship. Nearly 25% of Costa Rica's land is protected, earning it a reputation as one of the greenest countries on Earth. This commitment has preserved over 5% of the world's biodiversity within its borders, including countless species of plants, birds, and mammals found nowhere else. Costa Rica's conservation efforts also fuel its economy. Each year, ecotourism brings in over $3 billion, accounting for about 8% of GDP. Tourists flock to see Costa Rica's pristine rainforests, active volcanoes, and idyllic beaches. With these environmental treasures, Costa Rica has created an economic natural fortress, a model of how peaceful practices can lead to prosperity. By putting nature over military might, Costa Rica has shown the world that sustainable wealth doesn't require an arsenal. 4. A diplomatic approach, security through alliances, and the rule of law. So how does Costa Rica ensure its security in a world of unpredictable conflicts? The answer lies in diplomacy. Costa Rica has a firm belief in international law, hosting the Inter-American Court of Human Rights since 1979, which underscores its commitment to justice and peace. Moreover, Costa Rica signed mutual defense treaties and maintains strong alliances with neighboring countries and global powers alike. One of its most significant alliances is with the United States. Although Costa Rica has no standing army, it has agreements ensuring support from the US in case of any direct threat. By intertwining its security with international relationships, Costa Rica has forged a unique form of defense through diplomacy and cooperative agreements, proving that a commitment to peace can be just as binding as any military pact. 5. Economic growth without military burden. The absence of a military has also allowed Costa Rica to focus on economic innovation. The country's lack of military spending, which on average consumes 2.4% of global GDP, has freed up resources to boost sectors like technology and ecotourism. Intel, for instance, operates its main Latin American base here, generating thousands of jobs and fueling economic growth. Today, Costa Rica's GDP per capita exceeds $13,000, making it one of Central America's wealthiest nations. Poverty has steadily declined, literacy rates are high, and citizens enjoy a high standard of living. This remarkable economic success story is a testament to Costa Rica's belief that true prosperity comes from the development of human potential rather than the wielding of military power. 6. The power of identity and national pride. Costa Ricans, or Ticos, are famously proud of their peaceful way of life. The national phrase pura vida, meaning pure life, reflects an attitude that prioritizes joy, community, and well-being over conflict. Without a military to define or shape its identity, Costa Rica has forged a unique path that emphasizes peace, unity, and resilience. This peaceful identity has bound the nation together in ways a military force could not, reinforcing the country's commitment to stability and cooperation. 7. A model for the world. Costa Rica's decision challenges us to imagine a world where nations invest in people rather than weapons. The Costa Rican model, though challenging to replicate on a global scale, offers a fascinating alternative to traditional defense strategies. By prioritizing education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability, Costa Rica proves that peace and prosperity don't have to be built on military might. Costa Rica's choice to abandon its military may have seemed radical, but it's become a beacon of hope, showing us that peace can be powerful and that even in today's world, prosperity and security can exist without armed forces. Subscribe to Truth Revealed as we uncover more stories of resilience and innovation that challenge the way we see the world.